Well, good morning, my friend. Tuesday morning, and welcome to the Pastor's Podcast. Good to have you along with me this morning as we are now, week is underway. Hope you had a good Monday, getting the week going, and that's always a good thing to get it going. We had a great crowd for soul winning last night, Monday night soul winning here, and I'm going to say we probably had a good 15 to 18 people out soul winning yesterday, and this is just an off day for us. Our big day is always on Saturday, and God gave me a special one last night. Was able to run into a lady who just buried days ago. Her son had passed away, and tragically, and I'm looking for a church because I was just thinking tonight. She said, I need to get in church. She goes, and God had you knock on my door, and they're always out there. We just have to go out and reach them for Jesus Christ. They're there, my friend. You just got to go find them, and I hope that you would do that. I want to read to this morning from 1 verse 25. Paul said, brethren, pray for us. Now, all that the apostle Paul could have asked the church to do, he asked for one thing. He said, would you pray for us? He could have easily asked for financial support, but he understood that the power of prayer could supply far more than their financial support. It is not that financial support is wrong, because it is not, but the need for these people to pray for him as he did the work of God was greater than any need that he had in his life. You see, the plea for these people to pray for him was more than a request, but it was a mandate for them to take time to pray for him. You can see the urgent need of the apostle as he asked these people, pray for us. In fact, it was so urgent that he requested of them to pray for him again in 2 Thessalonians 3:1. Now, the need for God's people to pray for others is great. If God didn't think it was necessary for us to pray for others, he would have never had Paul mention this twice to one church. You see, there is a great need for you to pray for others. One of the great ministries that every believer can be involved with is in the ministry of fervently praying for others. I want to give you several thoughts about the importance of you praying for others. First, praying for others is a great way for you to defeat selfishness and self-centeredness. It's interesting, soul winning and praying for others are the two actions believers can do to defeat selfishness, because these are the two hardest things for a believer to do. Maybe the reason it is so hard to do is because you're battling your flesh when you pray for others and when you go soul winning. Praying for others and soul winning is your greatest weapon to defeating selfishness in your Christian life. Second, praying for someone is more than mere words, but it's stopping and taking the time to pray for them. Now, don't just tell someone you're going to pray for them, my friend, but do it. You should pray for them immediately. If they say, would you pray for us? Stop and pray then. Pray for them while they're in their presence, and then when you're not in their presence. What better way to care for people than to pray for them when you get no accolades because they see you praying for them? When you're alone and you're praying for others, nobody sees it but God. What a great Christian that you'd pray for someone else when they don't see it. Third, someone needs you to pray for them today. Will you take the time to pray for them? Or will you go on your selfish way and forget to pray for others? There are many things you can do for others, but the greatest thing that you can do for them, other than sharing the gospel with them, is to pray for them. You can give people money to get them out of financial situation, but that pales in comparison to your prayers for them. Someone's going through trials today that your prayers could help them if you just stop and pray. Listen to me, someone is considering quitting today. Imagine if your prayer could stop them from quitting. Someone's becoming weary in well-doing, but they could be encouraged if you'd pray for them. Someone is battling sickness today, but your prayers for them could be the very prayers that brings healing to their body. Don't be so selfish and don't be so self-centered that the only one you pray for is yourself. Someone needs you to pray for them today. Now, my friend, you are partaking of God's work in others when you pray for them. When you pray for missionaries, you're partaking in that ministry. When you're praying for pastors, you're partaking in that ministry. Or any believer who's doing a work for God, you'll receive rewards with them as you pray for them. I'm saying I want to challenge you to stop and pray for someone today. People ask me, Brother Donnelly, what's your greatest need? You know what my greatest need is? For people to pray for me. Boy, when I hear someone says, Brother Donnelly, I'm praying for you, I want God to do something, that means a lot to me. I want my work to go forward, and there's so many people I want to help, but man, people praying all around the world. What a great thing. The great ministries that were accomplished because people were praying. I think of D.L. Moody said that men were always praying for him as he preached. Dr. Jack Hyles had a room below his platform where 4 or 5 men would pray the whole time he was preaching. Can I challenge you? Would you pray for someone today? Would you stop and every day partake in someone's life and pray for them? What a great ministry, praying for others. I hope this is a help and an encouragement to you today. My friend, now remember today, be good to everybody. Everybody's having a tough time. Have a great day, my friend.